Blessings and tidings. It's Casey. And before we start the show, here's a little biz. So some of you may have noticed the main Facebook group, which Danielle and I did not run but enjoyed immensely, has sadly closed its doors. Much like the housewives, it seems a few bad apples can ruin a bunch. R.I.P. Facebook group. But Danielle and I have started our own Facebook fan page with some information, funnies, exclusive content, and musings. So be sure to check that out. You can just search Bitch Sesh on Facebook. The following you're about to listen to is a live episode Danielle and I taped at Entertainment Weekly's PopFest with Elisha Cuthbert, my co-star from Happy Endings, and my little love bug, covering the Orange County pilot. And just to let everyone know, next week, to celebrate our 1-year anniversary of Bitch Sesh, we have a very special guest and the original boot on the ground himself, Mr. Andrew Cohen, Esquire. So if you have any questions for Andy, feel free to tweet us or I guess leave them on the Facebook page. And we'd be happy to ask him. We're very excited. And lastly, there are a few tickets left for our live holiday Largo extravaganza in LA on November 30th with special guests Paul Scheer and Anna Ortiz. It's a holiday show. And announcing we are doing 2 shows in New York, in Brooklyn at the Bell House on February 11th. Grab your tickets. Here's the show. Happy Thanksgivings.
Hi, guys. Thank you so much for coming. Welcome to EW's first ever PopFest. I hope you guys have been having a lot of fun so far. So I'm just going to get right to the point and introduce Casey Wilson and Danielle Schneider from Bitch Sesh.
Hello. Just having some technical difficulties. I see my screensaver up here. This couldn't be more janky. Welcome. Thank you guys for coming.
Welcome to Bitch Sesh at PopFest.
I know. We are a Real Housewives breakdown show. And without further ado, we would love to just bring up our guest for the day, the stunning, and I wouldn't say she's the most Housewives literate, but she is caught up on what we are going to be discussing today, which is the Real Housewives of Orange County pilot.
Episode 1, guys.
We're starting from the bottom.
In this, if you think Star Wars, it's just like that.
Yeah.
Same thing.
But let's please welcome our beautiful guest, Elisha Cuthbert.
Woo!
Here she is, in a short.
Oh, she looks stunning, this one.
I don't know why, but I have my bag.
Yeah, good idea. Yeah.
Got my bag.
Hi, Elisha.
Hi. In a hot pants.
Yeah.
You look so cute.
Hi.
And a little purse.
Very Jackie O. I mean, not the hot pant, but
I'm
this.
bringing like Diane Keaton realness right
Were you afraid someone was going to steal that backstage?
Yeah.
Was. I gave all my belongings to a stranger.
I know. I literally left it in the middle of the hallway. I was like, have at.
Guys, we're so glad to have actually a live audience, which we've never had. Well, we actually have many times.
I was like, what? We had one Thursday.
I've never performed before. No, we have on stage, but we've never done it in this kind of version.
In an intimate setting, in a jean.
In a nice jean and a
hot
boot.
short.
Usually in front of a live show, Casey and I are dressed like imbeciles, whether in... Last time I had on a Lisa Rinna wig.
Yes. And I had on an Erica Jane wig, but this time, please don't think these are Housewives collections. These are our own clothes.
This is from my closet.
Let's just get that out of the way.
Yeah, I did this to myself.
Yeah. This weird black sweater is all I have. This is April Mouton over here, who is our helper. And let's just get out some rosé and let's just get right into it,
I was
guys.
wondering when the hell that was going to happen.
I don't know where it is.
Where's the
Someone get it, please.
Here it is.
Because you can put it back.
Thank you.
This girl at her wedding, may I? May I just say just this part?
Sure.
Okay. Gorgeous wedding, gorgeous dress. I've never seen a bride get onto the bus when people were leaving barefoot with a beer and scream at guests to get back off the bus. She's like, yeah, guys are going home. You're like, fuck you guys. Get back on the dance floor. Adam Pally. That's going up the aisle.
Beautiful
looking at
bride.
people.
Beautiful
A gorgeous
bride.
Class act.
Classy bride.
Gorgeous.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers to you
that.
guys.
Cheers. See what you
There's
think.
already a lime in the glass,
Yeah, I was
which
gonna
I'm
say,
worried about.
Was that a vodka soda turned into a rosé? Mm-hmm. Nice move.
Yeah.
Nice.
These are
I
the
like
kind
your
of not
style.
bad, she says. Not bad.
Not
I
bad.
think I'm already happy.
Happier. Guys.
We're starting with Orange County and we're going back to the beginning.
Oof.
Has everyone seen the Orange County pilot at some point in their lives?
Who here this morning?
Who said this morning?
Who
I
has
did
seen
last
it? Raise
night.
your hand. Okay, good. Oh,
No.
good.
Guys.
But are a lot of you watching Orange County in general?
Like season 11, you mean?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. We need you all at some point, if you haven't, to go
Season
back to
11?
the source. Go back to the mothership.
Yes.
Oh, man.
And I have to say, just seeing
It's like
those...
going to Africa. It's where it all began.
Yes. It's our Graceland.
Yes.
And I have to say, though, watching it, first when I heard that music in the gates, I was like, a tear ran from my eye. I just felt like, this is it. It was, oh my God. It must have been like when they saw the first talkie. You're like, this is alive.
Yeah.
But then you see the first shots, and it looks like it was shot on a camcorder
Yeah,
by
thank
my
you.
dad in the
Yeah.
80s.
And it looks like softcore porn, where it's like
Yes.
from the 80s, where it's like, what am I watching? Like,
It's
sexy
awkward.
shots of watches and ski-doos.
Ooh.
So it was almost like stock footage where you see like a little watermark in front of, like, they just pulled it off the internet and there was like, this is Orange County, but it's really like Montana. They have no idea.
It was so weird.
It's
I
very
thought
weird.
it was a sick joke that you were sending me. Like, I was like, what is this? You're like, better brush up. And I'm like, this is a bit. This is going to be a Casey Wilson home video. of
Okay.
some kind.
She thought I was Vicky Gumbelson. And
Yeah, I was like,
Danielle
what's
was
happening?
Joe.
Who was I?
I'm like, who are all these
Donn,
kids?
You're Kimberly. Well, let's get into
Let's
the
get into
episode.
the OC. So you
What,
thought,
the OGOC
Yes.
first one that you made me pay for?
Yeah, sorry.
Oof.
You need that money back, Leash?
Yep.
You and Dion aren't putting together enough. You can't.
I need my
spring for that.
$1.99 back.
Yeah.
We're going to deal with that later.
Alicia, what were
No,
your
I loved
thoughts?
it. I loved every minute of it.
What were your impressions?
My impressions were it creeped me out. I was scared. I thought it was a home video from you.
Yeah.
But then Joe showed up.
Remember Joe, guys?
Joe-
Slade's Joe.
Joe's gone now. I don't know where Joe went.
she went the way all house. I do know where she is now. Has an online beauty lifestyle hair, like everyone, like Landon.
I just like-
I don't know how to make money, so I'm going to put up a website.
Now she's 24 in that. You guys watched it last night. Or this morning. I watched it last night. She's 24. Mm-hmm. Does not look it.
Ooh, Alicia.
A little bit. I was like, when she said that, I was like taken aback. I was like, I feel like she's like my age, and I'm 10 years old. Like, I was like, whoa.
She does.
She was very mature.
Mature. Okay. I've never heard Joe is described as mature.
Well, for 24.
Right,
I was
right.
like, wow. But when she said she was like a kept woman, I get like a chill ran up the back of my neck. I was like, who says that?
And seeing her.
And she was really bored,
Yeah.
guys. Sitting on that counter in the kitchen, reading some weird magazine, with weird slippers, kind of like,
I know, with the weird, did you guys notice in the shot, and please go back and watch this because it is important, when Joe is just strangely lying and sitting propped up on her kitchen counter, talking on the
Right.
phone with slippers, in the
Yes.
foreground is this kind of like cookie jar.
Yeah.
It's a very huge,
a
large
kept-
cookie jar.
To be a kept woman and what seems like the house looked like a middle class, like existent. You know what I mean? Like, if you're gonna be a kept woman, I want to see you like in a bubble bath with swans, So to be a kept woman on like a lazy boy is depressing.
Yeah, like a kept woman as like a stepmom of 2 in a condo. It's like,
Ugh, it just felt like sadder than just
the best line was, and I cracked up, when she was like, yeah, I know, it's like 2. Oh, what? It's 3? Whoops.
2 or 3 what?
In the morning when she went to the club.
Oh,
she
when
was
she
like,
was drunk.
she was like on the phone. She was like, I know, it's so bad. It's 2 in the morning. Oh, it's 3? Whoops. And I was like, oh my gosh, dark days.
Dark days.
Dark days over there.
And these were actually the light days.
yeah.
That's what
Those
we
sort
know
of things
now.
were
It was
just
a lot about the kids, though. Did you notice that?
Yes, we got a lot of
kids.
the Keo kids.
No one
That
cares
is
about the
why-
kids anymore.
I know, but let me explain. I did
Tell
a
me.
little research to prepare for this as this story.
I did not.
I am. Yeah, that's clear. Who's Eddie?
That's
A man named Scott Dunlop
introduced us to the Housewives franchise. He was
Bless him, bless his children.
him, and he's still with us. He's the housewife, the real.
Yeah.
He's like the puppet master above Andy.
Yeah.
He was
But
a
not
neighbor.
below Heather.
Yes. He goes Heather, Scott, Andy, Eddie, Joe. So
Joe.
Scott Dunlap created the Housewives franchise because he lived next door to Gina Kehoe, if we all remember. Now, Gina, I have a soft spot for her because she looks like my mom. And I think Gina's a beautiful woman.
I love her.
She gotten insane over the years.
And she married a mean man.
A monster.
With the baseball player?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Now, you know of this. You're married to an athlete.
Right. Not him, though.
No.
They're not all the same.
Husband is so sweet.
Oh, he's a doll with a doll little face.
He is.
He's a doll. Not like that guy. That guy is scary.
I guess there is no connection.
And how mean, like with the kids, it was like, I really, to imagine having a son with my husband and expecting him to have the pressure of becoming a professional hockey player seems, so it really like took me back to, I was like, ugh, gross. Because I was like, that's not right.
Yes, because Matt and Gina Kehoe announced at the very beginning of the show that they are part of a legacy.
A legacy.
Two people
three
have been on baseball
generations.
teams. Two.
Oh, two, but they want the
hoping for
third.
three.
Yeah,
That's
no,
right.
it's
That's
not
right.
as big of a legacy as.
Yeah, they're not the Kennedys.
No.
And they're like, God.
No.
So this is how Matt is his name.
Yes.
Decides to pick Gina for his wife. He says, she
Oh,
goes,
that's right. Oh,
my
my God.
husband had seen me and said, oh, that girl is cute. Then my husband and his mother picked out several of his girlfriends.
Yes.
And they picked me because they thought I had the right genetics.
I thought it was pedigree, but it's genetics.
Yeah.
To try to hope for a baseball playing son. And who they got is Shane.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't like to say someone's a loser.
Guys,
But Shane is, he's a loser.
I know.
He's a dum-dum.
Yeah.
Guys, I enjoy Shane. I know. I
What?
think he's cute. I think he's cute, right?
That's about
He's
it.
okay now. I think he's in real estate now.
Right. That makes sense.
I bet Shane has left children in his wake that he has bullied so mercilessly over the years that people are still in therapy recovering from Shane.
Yeah. And the juxtaposing of Shane, who's kind of the loser, and then Brianna,
The sister.
the sister, Vicky
Vicky's
Gumbelson's
daughter.
daughter, who was like having a
Yes.
graduation
Sorry.
party while
Sorry.
Shane was like asleep in a pool, was the editors at their best and their finest.
I was really impressed with his diving skills. And I was,
Athlete.
thank you, right? And did you notice he shook his hair out underwater? That's talent.
Yes, so
I have to block this little nose when I do that. You know what I'm
Shane,
saying?
you're
I have
right.
no free hands to start ruffling the hair up under the water.
You're right. So you actually find something nice about Shane, unlike his parents, who had the following quotes about Shane. They literally hate Shane, and I felt
Yeah,
I
they
did
do.
feel badly for him.
Because he went like in the 35th round.
Yeah, that was
That's-
as it
they were
got darker and
pissed.
darker, and then went to the next morning where it was literally
Yes.
round
They were
35.
like, ooh,
That
round
was-
142.
I didn't know there were that many rounds. I just thought there
Right?
were 3.
His
think they're
dad's
lying.
like, Shane wants to play baseball. Does he want to? Yeah. Do I think he'll get to? No.
No.
He goes, but I guess we can all follow our dreams. It was like they hate Shane.
But no, they're just tough on him. They're too tough. It was really.
and that marriage was really showing the strains right off the bat.
Yeah.
From the beginning.
Are they together now?
No.
No. I don't understand from the
Oh,
housewives'
no.
perspective, how could Vicky, it's interesting that Vicky is now thought of as the OG when Gina is really truly
She's the OG.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Gina's not around as much anymore. If you're not there to write the history, then you're not there.
But she's not allowed to be there.
That's true.
So that's
I
not
think
her
Gina
fault.
would be there.
Oh, she has said it since. She's also in real estate again.
It's interesting to see Slade because we all know Slade as the Slade we know. And they're trying to play Slade like he's this multimillionaire. Not the man I saw on the roof being proposed to with his hair tousled, worse than underwater, while he's being proposed to by Gretchen Butte.
Yeah. That made him seem like the good guy and that she was this party girl, but that he was so rich. Like this was right before the bubble burst, correct?
Right,
It's
that's
like-
right.
So
We
it's like-
remember Slade just packing up Gretchen's beauty products that they're, delivering to people's homes, which is
like,
fine.
He was like opening for her at a comedy club. Like that's where we left Slade. But here he's like, I work for a Fortune 200 company.
Yeah, when I was like,
I was like,
ooh.
is that good or bad? Like I've heard of Fortune 500.
Is it like golf or when it's less, it's better?
I don't know, but I was like, Fortune 200 is mean like
Yes.
it's better. 100.
See, I knew it was a loophole. I knew it.
You were right.
He was throwing it around like it was insane.
Yeah.
So I was like, I just don't know how this works.
That is to say, though, he is no longer with that company.
That company's
How about when he was like, I just keep adding zeros?
yeah.
I was like, yeah,
He said, in fact, when I was in my 20s, I got my first taste of 7 figures, and now it's just adding zeros.
Yes.
He added some zeros to his life, all right.
Yeah.
Slade. I'll tell you. And then we have a character named Kimberly. Does anybody remember Kimberly?
No.
A couple people are nodding.
That was shocking when I saw her because I had left her out of my
Was
brain.
she the
memory.
assistant? Vicky's assistant?
No, that's Laurie.
Sorry. God, Casey's like, why did I invite you?
Like, this was a mistake. Adam Pally knows more about this than
I know. I'm sorry.
Damon knows more.
Okay.
No, he doesn't. I'll tell you,
Maybe he does.
Kimberly was, I think, one and done because then they decided they'd had enough of the OC lifestyle. So this is a woman, Kimberly, who moves to Orange County. She seems smart. She seems nice.
Her breasts aren't enough for her husband.
So he announces he would like her to get a
Oh,
her
no.
breast
Yes,
done.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Her husband seems not great.
No. Are
Not
they
great.
still together?
Not cute
I
either.
would love to know that. If April, can you Google Kimberly?
Yeah, boots on the ground. Anyone let us know if they're still together. I would love to hear
And this
something.
is an open forum, so please
Yes,
raise your
if
hand at any time.
Anyone
if
has something to say, there's a microphone right here. If you have thoughts about Orange County, please.
Oh, you're just offering the microphone. I thought you knew something about Kimberly. And
Oh, so if you have something to say, please. If you see
do.
something, say something.
let's talk about Laurie.
Yeah.
Well, Vicky is so amazing because I do have to say, when I first started this franchise, I'd be interested in knowing where everyone started, what city, because I was there from day one.
As was I.
And I don't mean to bring the mood down, but my mom had just passed away, and I'm like on the couch, so out of it, and I see this show. I'm like, what is this? And I truly I was lucky enough to catch the first one. I remember exactly where I was. When it started, and I remember being like, this is just dumb enough for me to be able to really sink my teeth into in this literally time of grief where I
Right.
want to watch nothing of substance, nothing.
Of course.
And I don't want to go so far as to say like, oh, it got me through this time, but I really remember just like really needing the show. So I do want to give the show that, as terrible as it is.
Yes.
And I guess, Danielle, when did you start?
I started I don't think I was there for like the first episode, but then I caught up because I was like, what is this magic that's on my screen? I mean, I was just a Bravo watcher anyway.
Yeah.
So I think my TV was just always on Bravo. And I remember seeing these ladies and the gates and the palm trees and being like, this is for me. Like, these are my people. I know you. I recognize you. I see you. And I see myself reflected back. Yeah. I was like,
In these horrible
yeah.
women.
So I was like, I see myself up there.
No. Really?
What I could be in 10 years.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Hope.
Your future. You saw your future.
I saw myself.
Now, Vicky,
It was a crystal ball for you. Anyway.
Hey, this is a sidebar.
That's why I got
but
invited.
Deborah Winger is my favorite actress. In Terms of Endearment is my favorite movie. And Alicia is working on The Ranch with her.
Thank you for the
and
plug.
I'm very Netflix multicam. And
Yep.
Ashton Kutcher.
Yay.
And I'm in love with her.
I know you are.
But
Back to
you
go?
know what? I also like seeing Donn in that opening montage with Vicky was like, I miss Donn so much. I miss his effect on her. She almost seemed normal in the first episode. Like,
I mean, she didn't seem normal.
No.
but compared
For her,
to now,
yes.
for her, I was like, yeah, she's just like an overbearing mom. Like,
Yes, you're right.
You know, she's who she is. She's Vicky. It's all about her. It's Brianna's prom, and she's like, I just miss Brianna as my best friend, and I don't want her to go to prom. And she's kind of crying about that. And she's working like crazy, and Don's just washing his car in the driveway.
Donn literally does a testimonial while washing his car. Like, they would let anyone do a testimonial anywhere. Joe was in a bikini at the pool, just kind of like sitting like this. Like, sure, we'll put a camera on you. Like, they did not. Like, now it's all settled. They're beautiful. They have their testimonial looks. Then it was just like point and shoot.
Now, Donn says of Vicky, when he's talking about her, he goes, Vicky's a very driven person, kind of an I am woman, hear me roar type. Yikes. That marriage, as we all know, took some stumbles.
Yes.
We meet Brianna's father, who is Vicky's first
Oh,
husband.
the chain smoking.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Scar.
sorry, he's not wearing his designer Tommy Bahama shirts.
Yes.
That's what...
Pardon? When is Tommy Bahama a designer?
Brianna says, my dad's going to stand out at my graduation party because he's not wearing
designer Tommy Bahama shirt. Like it's YSL.
Yeah.
Like, no.
Like every rich person has a Tommy Bahama shirt.
I go, where do these people live?
Orange County.
I know.
Yes.
Coto de Cazo.
We saw it yesterday and it makes sense. I was like, I think I spot a few Tommy Bahamas out here.
Oh
like,
my God.
There you go.
I was taken aback.
I know. Well, and he was an interesting fellow.
I liked him though.
I did too. He seemed very sweet.
Real.
He seems like he'd had a meth problem at one time.
Oh, he's seen better days.
For
Definitely.
sure.
Like he was at one time like a gorgeous bad boy who worked at like a garage or something. And she was like, like Christy Brinkley uptown girl.
Well, it was so sad. He goes, Vicky and I met at a grocery store. I was bagging and she was checking. He goes, she could check things so quick.
I believe
And he
it.
goes, I
That's
knew.
all I was like, she like there's whoa, throwing shit at him.
And it was like, that's doomed already. Like she was checking things too quick for him to bag. And that's a real metaphor for their
We knew it was a real
and that was
relationship.
it.
Vicky has kinder words to say about him. She says, quote, he was a ball and chain on me.
Poor Brianna, too. Brianna looks like she's so young and carefree before she was married to a psychopath. Who scares
Married
us?
to a white supremacist.
Yes.
So she's not with that sweet high school boyfriend
No,
anymore.
Colby is gone.
I wonder if Vicky is still a second mother to Colby.
Yeah. You think she's
like a second
checking in
mother.
on him?
I don't think she is.
No.
I also forgot that Michael was older than Brianna. Brianna's brother
Yes.
is older, which he seems so much younger.
And I like that we see Billy, who is Vicky's brother, has played a large part in the series. Kind of tangentially, but I always like when cousin Billy shows up. And now let's get into Laurie. Do you guys remember Laurie with the long blonde hair?
And she popped back in a few seasons ago when she accused Vicky of having a threesome with her sister. Everyone remember that?
Classy.
You
Gem.
really couldn't write it. I mean,
No.
it is just so ridiculous.
Yes.
So I do want to tell Elisha what happened
me.
to Laurie because
Tell me.
it's so good. So Laurie starts off as Vicky's office
Assistant.
manager, her assistant in her home on Coto.
She got
Insurance.
booted out of that 5,000 square foot house.
That she visits, just drives by.
She was
sadly,
out-
with a porta potty in front of it. And I was like, this is a long time ago because they literally had a testimonial in front of a porta potty.
This was the palatial estate that I just lived in, and I'm like, bitch, there's a porta potty in
Yeah.
the driveway.
I noticed that too.
Can we get rid of the porta potty?
Look, it was Scott Dunlap was doing the best he could.
I know.
It was very run and gun in those days.
Okay.
Guys, Laurie's Vicky's assistant, and in an amazing turn. So she's kind of the one who she had it all behind the gates of Coto. And then her husband left her. She had to downsize. She has some troubled kids. And she's living on her own. But I always liked Laurie.
Me too.
And then a couple seasons on, Laurie meets
A prince.
a prince. What was his name?
George.
Of course. George rides into Orange County like, Prince Charming is truly the only way to.
Well done.
It seems like he's a billionaire, the way they act about George.
Yeah.
Sure.
She marries him. She's got more money than all of them, Elisha.
Holy shit.
So when I tell you things get
I'm
topsy-turvy.
obsessed.
Yeah. They change. Like the position
wow.
It's like Downton Abbey shit. It's like
the staff comes
yes,
up.
the staff has an uprising.
Yeah.
No more bells.
No.
They're ringing them.
Yes, she's ringing them.
Woo!
Alicia, Vicky, now she's just the best. Does anyone have any thoughts they want to share about Vicky, about where she's come from? Anything anyone wants to share about where we've come from?
I feel like you have a thought and you're sitting on it.
They're not sitting on much. I've heard them have an open dialogue the entire show.
Yeah.
I know,
Oh, yeah.
you share it.
Oh, yeah.
You know
come on
Gretchen
up.
Personally?
Please.
Come on up.
Come on up.
Oh, that's okay. Original.
Oh, we.
Jeff.
Not Jeff.
Before.
Jeff. Now, what do you know? So we call our audience members.
Can we have a microphone for her, please?
Give this. You welcome. What's your name?
Amazing lady
Hi,
a microphone.
Tracy. We call our audience members boots on the ground. They're on the front lines and they're doing the Lord's work every day.
Did Gretchen go to Bass Lake?
Probably because when she was married to her first husband, she did. Her first husband is my sister-in-law's ex-boyfriend.
Whoa.
Okay, that's
My
great.
brain hurts.
And we actually tried it when they were dating. My sister-in-law still kind of had a thing for Gretchen's pre-ex-husband, Chris.
Okay.
Okay. So she actually tried out to be on Wild On. Do you remember that show?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Gretchen did.
Yes. So
That feels right. That tracks.
we took her to the Beverly Center and helped prep her for that.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
You helped prep her at the Beverly Center?
Yeah, right? Back in the
There's
day.
no sadder place on earth.
Yeah.
No, truly. You go in there and just think about your life passing and your grandparents.
Yeah, on Transparent this season when someone kills himself at the Beverly Center, I was like, yep,
Yeah.
all right.
So I've been out to a club with Gretchen.
Really? And was she friendly to you?
Yeah. I mean, she was more, she wasn't the CEO Gretchen that you know today.
Oh, yeah.
That's generous.
Yeah. We ordered some.
I don't know that I'm thinking of her as a CEO.
She was more, Bass Lake,
She's
just
still
a good
pretty
old
fast.
girl trying to make it in the big city, Gretchen.
I hear what you're saying. And is she really in love with Slade? Do you have any intel on that?
I don't.
Could you get back in touch?
I can find out. I can do a little intel.
Pop over to the Beverly Center and see if you see her walking by that
I
like
will-
Azure bar.
Sure. Yeah. Sorry.
Wow.
I could be a correspondent or something.
Okay. Yeah.
Sure, we would love to know.
We're gonna need more info, but I appreciate your work.
Boots on the
Thank
ground.
you.
Yes.
Thank
At
you so
ease,
much.
soldier, at ease. If anybody else
you
has
for
a
that.
tidbit like that, we'd like to hear any and everything.
Yes.
It can be anything. We just heard Gretchen seemed nice, and that's all we need. That's great.
Can she explain that weird outfit with the big socks and the shorts and the parka? Like what, any explanation of that? Is that just her style? Okay. Good to know.
Oh, we've got something over here.
Oh, we got a hand up.
Hi.
It's working. So my older sister, her husband is from Coto. His family
Go on.
live there. They don't live there anymore. This isn't much, but they were. He
It's
was
enough.
The same,
More than enough.
he was the same year as Shane Keogh. They graduated in the same class, and he was.
Nobody liked him. He was an asshole. Nobody
Not
liked him.
surprised.
We're talking back to like elementary school days.
Right.
No,
You're right.
He was a little shit from day one.
Yeah.
No one.
Because
no
his
one liked
parents
him.
didn't believe in him. They were so nasty to him, right?
I know Gina was like, I'm not going to go to his graduation.
Gina had
have
an
a charity.
open house, and she was not going to her son's high school
I
graduation.
know, that's sad.
Well, he didn't want to go. They showed the shot of him diving, and that's why I
Yeah, and
laughed
then
because he was
rinsed
like,
off
he's like,
that
I'm not
hair.
going, and you just like
Yeah, but
dives in the
if
pool.
his mom was like, I'm going to go to your graduation, then maybe he'd be like, oh, maybe I'll go.
Yeah.
I know, you're right.
But yeah, and then
And
also,
what about Cara? Did everyone like her?
I think. Well, she was like younger than him, though, right? I think. I don't know. We don't have too much intel on her, but I think everybody
No
liked
problem.
her. She does have another piece that involves Slade. It's not that.
Oh, yes,
I
please.
mean, why not?
So my husband's best friend used to live in the house that Slade lived in when he lived there with Joe.
The one where she was super bored.
That one. The one.
His house, like he lived there growing up, and then they moved.
Ooh, I like.
Yes.
Did he used to sit on that countertop?
Probably,
Is that his cookie jar?
Oh my God.
That house looked like it was propped up by sticks. Like it was like fancy on the top, but you knew inside it was built to last 5 years tops.
right?
It was definitely like foreclosed on while they
Yes.
were filming.
I wonder if they found any of those pink boa feathers from her striptease.
Oh yes, she does. Joe does. Thank you, Elisha.
Yes.
Yikers. That was gross. Out of all those outfits, that's the one she went with?
Yes, I thought that too. So Joe
It's like a
does
Halloween costume.
her own little montage.
Yes.
And puts on a bunch of sexy outfits and then ends up with like a
The worst one.
fur vest and like a pink boa.
And then a zebra cowboy hat.
yeah. But then when she pulled her top off with Slade, I was like,
damn, those are some boobs.
yes.
That is major side boob.
It was like,
Hello. he wasn't worried. He liked it.
yeah, I was titillated.
But I was sort of like, ew, that outfit.
Yeah.
Ew.
This is
Anywho.
important work that you've shared with us.
Thank you. And how is
Yes.
that house now? Like, is it okay? Like, are they still there?
No, they live somewhere else in Koto now. That my friend's family.
We can get you guys in if you
Yes,
need
because we
another
were
in
stuck
to
outside
Koto.
the gate.
Yeah.
The guards wouldn't let us behind the gate.
Oh,
No, they let us make a U-turn.
Next time, if you guys need a name.
So you guys live there
you.
now?
I'm
You live there
serious.
now? Do you live there now?
No, they used to live there.
We can go to her
I love-
husband's family's
Who
place.
used to live there. These are the type of connections we're forging.
Right.
The type of
This is
stronghold.
close.
But no, they literally just moved like a year ago. Their house sold in like 2 days. So it
And
was
I bet
very
it's just
recent.
bajillions now. Like,
Bajillion.
but that place was the most expensive place I've ever seen.
but it's really far away from everything. It is, right? It took
You can
like a
tell.
while.
It took us a while to get there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you. Anybody?
There was another one in
someone
the back.
Here had something.
I saw you.
Yes.
Yes.
Hi.
1 second.
Oh, yeah.
Please. Always.
So we're going to transition quickly to Orange County. And
I
we
want
have
to say best day of my life. My fiance brought me and I told him I'm more excited about today than the day he proposed. So I just want to say,
I got to tell you, thank you. And I apologize of our technical issues.
Okay, so really quickly. So I went to the Heather Dubrow podcast way before Heather turned and we don't like her.
Hold on. You went to her podcast?
She has a podcast.
Oh, we
right,
know.
But you can show up? It's like
and so she had her first live podcast at the Irvine Improv. So I drove down there.
She did it first.
This was months ago. I liked Heather.
The Irvine Improv?
The Empire. And I made a shirt and
How many seats?
I made a shirt. We said, we love RHOC, and the C was a Chanel sign, and she loved our shirt. So that was
cute. Okay,
so she was actually really nice. But before that, she saw the shirt, she freaked out, etc. But I was like, oh my God. So Shannon was there, Tamara was there. Tamara didn't even spend time there. She left before the show was over, so she wouldn't have to take pictures with anyone.
Shannon?
No, Tamara.
Oh.
Tamara, she's too good for that. Tamara and Eddie. And then Shannon, Shannon stayed back with Heather, and oh my God, I'm blanking because I'm so nervous. Heather's husband's name.
Heather's husband, Terry Dubrow.
So the three of them did some sort of e-news.
Some improv?
He was in a leather jacket, by the way.
Of course.
So they did some sort
that
of
man has so many leathers.
thing. And Shannon was there, but David was in the back. He wasn't on the front lines, right?
Yeah.
So I was waiting. I was like, Shannon wasn't going to stay to do a photo op. So I was like, okay, need to get a photo with Shannon. So me and my friend creeped up with our shirts. We got her down. So then we were like, can we take a picture? Can we take a picture? She's like, of course. So I go to hand the photo to a random stranger, and I go in to stand next to Shannon, and she goes, excuse me, because I didn't include David in the photo. So it was so awkward. I literally kneeled to David. I'm like, I'm so sorry, and pretended I wanted him the photo. So then it's a photo of me, my friend, Shannon, and David in the middle. So I think there's major issues going on there.
That tells me a lot.
Yes. It was so awkward.
Boots on the ground.
What does it tell you?
Talking about Puppet Master.
You think David's the Puppet Master?
I do, because
Shannon got pissed.
Yes,
that
because
he wasn't in the photo. And I thought, why the fuck would he be in the photo?
She's scared.
Right.
He's ranting and raving I'm not fucking carrying your purse.
What?
There's a lot going on
And
there.
then they ran off. That was the only photo they took.
Really had, after that Mexican vacation with him dipping his balls in guac, I was like, they're a love that'll last forever.
This is important information because unfortunately some allegations have just come to light about Shannon and David, possible allegations that he has been abusive to her, and look, who are we to say? But all I can say is that's an interesting story. Very interesting story. And for that, I would like to give you a needlepoint.
Yes.
That someone made for us, a fan.
Yes, it was sent to us, and it was...
And this has a quote that Danielle said.
Which is, I may be a bitch in the sesh, but in real life, I'm a total cunt.
Please have this. Come and get on up here.
Boots on the ground.
I'm not coming to you. Thank you for coming.
I hope those words are on the Hall of Justice someday.
Okay. What is
But I know that ring. I know that ring cost $115,000 because she said it in the pilot episode.
Yeah, she was so that ring.
She's like, I don't know what it is, but it's $115,000.
They were so obsessed with price back then.
Where's your ring, by the way?
Don't worry about
Alicia?
my ring.
Can I?
Don't worry about my ring.
Can I mention it?
What?
Can I mention it?
No.
You know, Alicia's worried because
I'm worried about Joe. Are we not worried about? We're not
Let me
worried
just
about
tell you, Alicia should be worried because her ring is going to cause some Kim K style problems. That ring is huge. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Sorry. It's huge. Kimberly, I mean, it's just so good. She's like, I want my daughter to be an independent woman. She's like, when I moved to Orange County, my husband made me get a boob job.
Oh my gosh! And her
so
Pilates segment was disgusting.
I know.
Another weird testimonial was just her on a bike in a field, standing doing a testimonial.
Yes. Random.
Yeah.
I they pulled her over and like, talk. She's like, oh my gosh.
And the woman on the right, that's Kimberly. Her whole storyline is like, we don't fit in here. It's like,
yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do.
You fit right in. She's like, what? This is crazy. And then it's like her with martinis, just like drinking and like her boobs shaking.
Now, the way that the producer, at the end, none of the women are together at the beginning. You just see them and their life. And then at the end, they do this awkward meetup where Joe is sitting at a bar.
By herself.
And is like, oh, you guys live in Coto? I live in Coto.
So
it's
fake.
the worst sitcom I've ever seen.
Yeah.
She goes, I'm trying to make some friends here. could I sit down? And they're like, yes, you may have a seat.
She's like,
So bad.
and then she went into how much her ring cost.
Yeah. And they were like, he did good.
Yeah, and she's got this
my God.
humongous canary diamond.
They're
and
like,
she
is
goes,
that a canary? She's like, I don't know. It's yellow.
She goes, I didn't know it was so expensive at first.
Ugh. Anyway.
Guys, well, we're
Wow.
getting a symbol that we're wrapping up. I mean,
Yeah.
I know this, everything we're sharing is so important.
Yes. And I'm sorry that.
You know, let's talk about, well,
What?
should we get into what we're thankful for or no?
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
Yeah, guys, we are going to air this episode around Thanksgiving. So we just want to say what we're thankful for this
If
year.
anyone has anything they'd like to share in terms of the housewives, from a housewives perspective, that you're thankful for. Danielle?
I'm thankful for Shannon Bedore because she has given us a gift this year and every year. I wasn't sure about her 2 years ago when she first showed up on our doorsteps like a little ragamuffin. But now she is a gift. Every time she pops on screen, she's a dynamic. She's a lightning rod. I don't know that I'd be in Orange County without her.
Very nice. Very beautiful.
Thank you.
I'm thankful for Atlanta coming back on.
Yes.
I feel it's been too long. And I'm like, I need Phaedra, but I'm not thankful Nene's no longer with us.
She'll pop by. That bitch can't stay away.
I hope. I pray. Elisha, are you thankful for anything that you saw?
Not really.
You're like, I'm thankful for my ring. Nothing. Huh? Well, we're thankful that we had you.
I'm thankful to be here. Because I had a really
want to
good
throw
time.
anything out? It's a strange question.
Oh.
I think if you had a Real Housewives tagline, Alicia, at the beginning.
Oh, right. In the front, they're like,
turn.
hi, I'm Alicia. And
Yeah.
Okay, right.
What's yours?
I think,
What's yours?
well,
You're better at improv. Go.
let me summon
No,
Heather and
was better at
Terry. I think mine would be, which I've said to you before, Danielle. Jesus, take the wheel, because I'm too drunk to drive.
I want that one.
You can have it.
I want that one.
Danielle?
And I think mine would
You
be...
have to do the pubes one.
This one? The Rinna one I did? I don't even remember what I said. When I was Rinna, as Lisa Rinna, I said, people say I've had this hairstyle for 20 years, but they haven't seen my pubes. And I'll leave you all with that.
Yeah. Alicia?
How am I going to top that?
You can anything. You got, what's one for Alicia, Danielle?
Yeah, come on. I don't know the show well enough. I don't know.
I think I'm a...
Give me one.
Okay. What's the one that's like, who am I?
Who am I?
Who am I?
Who am I? I'm a... I don't remember. You're the girl next door.
Ah.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Girl next
Alicia.
I'm a girl next
And
door.
I'm just your typical girl next door.
Yeah.
And I got my happy ending.
That's nice.
Yeah, I did. Mic drop.
Oh, that's nice, Danielle.
Mic drop. Yeah. Yeah.
It took me 24 years. Okay, no.
And now I'm home at the ranch.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Guys,
we have
thank
fun.
you.
Thank you for being here. It's so sweet. Thank you to EW for having us. Thank you, April Mouton. And above all, thank you, Elisha Cuthbert.
Thank you. You guys are awesome.
Entertainment Weekly, thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Guys.
In 1962, a mysterious strangler committed the first of 13 random murders, shocking Boston and the world.
Who were these women, and why would anyone want to kill them?
It was the largest manhunt in the city's history.
What is Mary Sullivan's picture doing on the front page of the paper with the Boston Strangler?
50 years later, the cases remain open. Stranglers, the new crime series from Earwolf. Subscribe now in iTunes, Stitcher, or Google Play.
This has been an Earwolf production, executive produced by Scott Aukerman and Chris Bannon. For more information and content, visit earwolf.com.